Hey, hello. Hopefully we can get through this without any interruptions. The internet's been acting funny with me today. All right, so welcome AP World History students. Um, so this video is all about the changes to the exam for the most part. Before I give you all the information, I want you to know I miss you guys dearly. I want to let you know I'm going to host a Zoom meeting on Monday, April 6th at 12 o'clock. Okay, 12 o'clock. Make sure that you guys are present if you have any questions or if you just want to say hi, whatever. You don't have to be there. It's totally optional. But if you do have any questions about the exam, you need clarity, or about the assignment I gave you guys for next to finish by next week, you can ask about that too. Mostly though, we'll be talking about the exam and the changes that are made. The rubric and everything has been altered a little bit. Anyways, we'll talk about that. All right, let's get to it. So the exam day. Your exam day is now May 21st. May 21st at 2 p.m. May 21st, 2 p.m. Make sure that you guys are ready for this exam, that you are anything that's going on that day, you cancel. There is a makeup, but you have to have a really good reason to make up. So May 21st, 2 o'clock, you have to be ready. Log in, ready to rock and roll, because right at 2 o'clock, we're going to deliver that test. And when those 45 minutes are over, yes, the test is 45 minutes. That's it, okay? You got to be able to upload that in 5 minutes. So you'll be done at 2:50. You'll be all done. So the exam, it's 45 minutes on May 21st at 2 o'clock. Make sure you're ready for that. All right, so what is the exam going to look like? It's a DBQ, the whole exam, one DBQ. It's not 7 documents. It's now 5 documents you have to know. So if you guys remember, in the past, we've been preparing for 7, only 5 now, only 5 documents, and one of those documents will be non-text based. So it'll be like a chart or a cartoon or a picture or something like that. So that's what we're going to be doing for the next, whatever it is, 7 weeks, right? We will be DBQing like crazy. So yes, you're probably wondering, so I had DBQ in 45 minutes. I couldn't do it in an hour. Well, luckily, it's only 5 documents you're looking at, and they have altered the rubric a little bit, so which I'll show you guys in a second. You have 45 minutes to read and respond, okay, and then 5 minutes to upload. That's the first big thing I want you guys to know. So it's a DBQ, 5 sources, 45 minutes, May 21st at 2 o'clock. All right, so the next big thing is, what does the rubric look like? So before I get to the rubric, I wanted to explain a few things to you guys. Cheating. Stupid to cheat for a DBQ. It's about how are you interpreting these documents. They're going to give you a DBQ that's never been written before. So no cheating. You don't have time to cheat, right? So don't do it. Whatever institution you end up going to in college, if college board catches you cheating, they're going to send that college a notification to let you know that let them know that you've been caught cheating. Not worth it, right? So as you guys know, when you get that question, you get those documents, you get to it. Okay, you get to it. So again, you get the documents, and that's when it starts. Right when you open up that question in the documents, that 45 minutes begins. You have 45 minutes to read the documents, plan your essay, and then do everything that's on the rubric. Just wanted you guys to be aware of that. Also, the platform you're going to be doing this on, they will allow you guys to practice a little bit with that. I'm not sure how that's going to look with them, but they will allow you to practice. I'll send you guys any information in regards to that so that you guys are comfortable on exam day. Like I said, May 21st, still about 7 weeks off, so we've got some time to prepare there. All right, so I'm going to share my computer with you guys here so that you guys can see what's going on. I'm going to go over this pretty quickly here because I don't have much time to do this with you guys. But I'm going to show you guys the rubric. That was set to me. There we go. All righty. So this is the rubric. Note first thing, the rubric is now out of 10 points. It is not out of 7 anymore. Remember, there used to be 7 points. 7 documents, 7 points. Not anymore. It is now 5 documents and now 10 points. You're probably wondering, oh my gosh, so is that more stuff we have to do? There's 10 things we got to do? Not really. So, first two things haven't changed. Notice thesis context, that has not changed at all. You still write a thesis just like you normally did. You still write a context like you normally did. Okay. Um, so, and we'll continue to work on that. That has not changed. Where has it changed? Evidence. Take a look at this. So, the way I've wrapped my brain around evidence is now two of the three now the evidence there are three evidence documents that deal with the evidence from the doc. There used to be two. Now there's three. So the first and third points haven't changed. They have added, as you guys can see in the blue, a new point for this essay, okay, for the exam this year. So remember, there is no multiple choice, there's no SAQ, there's no LEQ. Everything you've done this year is based around one DBQ. Remember I told you guys all year, I said that DBQ is going to determine whether you pass or you fail this exam? Turns out I was right. I didn't even mean to. So it definitely will determine whether you pass or fail this year, because it is the only thing you're doing. So I will tell you guys, if you can develop a good thesis, if you can answer the question and you can use all of the documents to answer that question, you can pass this exam. I'm quite confident 4 points will get you a 3. Pretty sure. But we want to make sure we're definitely sure. All right, so if you'll notice, I like to kind of call this the easy, the middle, and the hard point. Before I said you have the easy point and the hard point. Now they gotta throw this kind of hard point in there, kind of easy. So it's easy, middle, hard. First point, use the content of at least 2 documents. That is a gimme, guys. If you can't use 2 documents at least, that is just simply summarization. That is a gimme point. All right, for at least 2 of the documents, you should be able to do that. Second point, this is the new one where you support an argument. Remember, that is not mere summation. Remember the Steve Heimler video I showed you guys shortly before we went off for break. This is that point that is all about taking the documents and directly connecting it to the evidence, to your argument, right? If you guys remember, Steve Heimler gives that example of the reason you got home late at night, right? You don't just say, oh, well, the president was in town. You have to explain, well, the president, that it led to this led to this, led to this, and that's why I got home late, right? So it's the same thing here. So if you do that for at least 2 documents, you get a second evidence point, right? Now, if you do that for 4 of the 5, most of them, you get all 3 points. So use all of the documents. There's only 5 there now, so use them all. And not only use them, not only just summarize them, connect them to the argument. Directly connect them to that argument. And tell you guys, you thesis and you do those 3, you give your shot at passing the exam. Now let's get to the other changes. Remember the evidence beyond the documents, or as I call it, the outside evidence point. In other words, what is the evidence that you can pull from outside that is connected to your argument, right? What can we do there? So before, remember I told you guys, you just have to do that once to get a point. Well, now you can actually get 2 points out of this, right? You can get 2 points. So you get a point for each time that you pull in outside evidence, but you can't get more than 2 points, all right? So I love this. I think this is a great thing that they're doing here. They're wanting, so this is the one part of the rubric they want you to do more. Pull in outside evidence. Do it more than once. I know I taught you all year. You only have to do it once. Now do it at least twice. If you have more time at the end of the essay, go in and add something to that. The next change here is on our HIP, right? Remember HIP, H-I-P-P, how to source the documents. Now you get 2 points for sourcing twice. Remember in the last essay, you got 1 point for and you had to do it 3 times. Now you get 1 point for doing it once and 2 points for doing it twice. That is awesome. So you definitely want to source these documents. Remember the historical context. You can do point of view. You can do purpose. You can do intended audience. So that's another change. And then, of course, complexity is complexity. I'm going to give you guys a little hint. If you get a 9 out of 10, I'll tell you right now, you're going to get a 5. A 9 out of 10 is going to give you a 5. I know that. So don't worry about complexity as much. I want you to worry about those other points. Those are the really, really gettable points. So don't sit there and rack your brain about how can I make this complex. Answer the questions, source the documents, bring in outside evidence, have a good context, and you will do well. Last thing I want to show you guys is this real quick. So this is the rubric here. Last year's rubric, or basically the rubric that I've been teaching you all year versus the rubric that you're now going to have to adapt to. And you guys can see all the difference. Instead of an hour, it's now 45 minutes. Pieces of context haven't changed. Evidence now, instead of from documents, used to be 2. Now it's 3. Remember that you have the intermediate point now. Evidence beyond the documents, you now have 2 pieces of evidence beyond the document. Rather than 1, you get a point for each one. Same thing with analysis, with sourcing. You get 1 point for each time you do it. You can't do it more than twice. Now, I will tell you, you can do it more than twice, but you only get credit for more than twice. So make sure you have 2 strong sourcing points there. Complexity is no different. So, and as you guys can see now, it's out of 10. So anyway, so that is what I wanted to share with you guys. Again, if you guys have any questions, come to the Zoom meeting. Last thing I'll say, you guys have an assignment due this coming week. If you have any questions, come to the Zoom meeting and ask that too. We are going to work on Unit 7 a little bit because I think you can use that possibly as points of contact. So I don't want us to just completely ignore Unit 7 and 8 and all that stuff. So we're still going to go over some new content a little bit. But guys, this exam's all about skills. It's not even literally there's 2, maybe 3 points that you can get, 4 maybe actually points you can get based off your content knowledge. It's all about skills. How can you read documents? How can you interpret them? And then how can you write a good solid essay? How analytical can you be? This is all about. You guys have any questions? Come to the Zoom meeting. Love to see you guys, talk to you guys. Really miss you guys. So again, for you guys, May 21st, 2 o'clock. That's the exam time. All right. Peace.